Welcome to Sunfire Designs. Today I am going to be making another DaLi flower inspired by Lillian. I will make sure to tag her in the description. I had so much fun doing the last one and I was so stunned at how well it came out. I figured I would tempt fate again and try it out and see if I can make it happen twice. I mixed up Resin Pro, Art Pro by Resin Pro, and I made 150 mils. I divided it up into three things. Well, four, I guess. The first one is a light color. This is actually a little clearer than I thought it would be, but it's still okay. I'm excited to use it. And this is Liquitex Yellow Orange Azo. And it's just a nice, like, deep, to me it looks more yellow than orange, but I think it looks really cool. The second one is this right here. The color is cherry. In the bottle it looks more red, but it's Cherry Red by Bombay. It's an India ink by Dr. P.H. Martin. And I actually tried it in some resin yesterday to make sure that it would actually work. I'm excited because this will expand the colors that I can use. Although this one does look pretty close to magenta. I mean, yeah, pretty close to it. Anyway, I'm excited to use it anyway, though, because it has some more colors. The other one I made was some white. It is still transparent. You can see the stick through it. And then finally, the remainder is my clear. And I mixed up some of the same one I used for the last one I did, and it is gold leaf. It's actual little leaves inside that are gold, so it's gold leaf. I love it. I really, really love it. It's my new favorite thing. All right, so I'm going to start off by putting I don't know what that is, putting my white into my piping bag so it's ready to go when I start. And just fair warning, my son's not home from work yet, so he could come in at any time, which will cause my little chime for my door to go off. And then my dogs will lose their minds because they love him so much. And it's so funny. My younger dog, Hades, he's a pit bull. He when he gets excited, he takes his bone in his mouth and he makes these weird, like, growling, howling noises, which is pretty funny if you hear it. So it sounds like he's vicious, but he's the sweetest thing ever. Wouldn't hurt a fly. So, all right. So I'm going to start with the yellow orange, and I'm going to pour that into the middle. I am using this ice mold by Pouring Your Heart Out. You can find it on Pouring Your Heart Out's eBay store, and I will put a reminder of that in the description. There we go. I ordered some new sticks. You can tell I did not get top of the line sticks. It's all warped. Anyway, as long as it works and doesn't make my stuff look gross, that's fine with me. All right, quick torch. And I know people say not to torch, but I never keep it in one spot for long, and I always have it on super low flame. And thankfully, knock on wood, I have not had a problem with it. All right, so the next thing I'm going to use is my Cherry Red. And I'm going to pour that around the edge, and I might not use it all. I might end up just using part of it. I don't know. This mold is bigger than the one I used yesterday. So, I mean, I might use it all. I don't know. But I'm thinking that this would look really cool with the Cherry Red and then the yellow orange, that it would make, I don't know, almost look like a sunset, I guess. I think I am going to use it all, which works. All right, so now, next step is to make a bunch of small white dots. And I highly recommend going to Lillian's YouTube, and I will link it, like I said, and watching her video, because she is the one who made this technique. So obviously hers is going to be a lot better than mine. So it'll be a lot more detailed and she knows what she's doing. I'm still learning. This is kind of funny because normally when you have two colors next to each other, one of them will go under the other, and these are staying separate. So I'm curious as to how that's going to affect the final product. There, I think that's my son. Either that or my husband's taking the dogs out. Oh, it's my son. What did I tell you? I said he was going to get home. All right, so haven't heard my dog go off yet, but all right, here we go. I'm going to start with my dots here, and I'm just going to go along here, and I'm going to make rows of, I started where I shouldn't have. I was supposed to start in the yellow. There goes the dog. All right, I'm gonna skip this row and I'm gonna start back in the yellow now. I got distracted by my son coming in with the dogs. So anyway, I'm gonna go around here and I'm gonna do that all the way to the center. They're taking the dogs out now. I have this little chime, which I probably should turn off, but when we moved here, my kids were younger, like high school age, and I wanted to make sure that they didn't try to like sneak out or anything like that. They never really did, but you know, I'm a mom. I worry about that kind of stuff. So anyway, so now anytime anyone goes in or out or opens a window, the little chime goes off. All right, so now I'm going to put some clear in. And then I am going to do these dots in here again. Can't believe I messed up and did them in the pink. Because I'm sorry, it looks like pink, I'm not gonna lie. It does look like pink. I think this is gonna be really pretty though, if it works out with the pink coming in and mixing with the yellow orange. I'm trying to make sure my dots don't take me forever. You want them to be kind of small, at least from the one time that I did it. And from watching it, her dots were really small. So you don't want them to be super big, but they can be kind of close together. I think her dots were smaller than this. I'm just not that. I don't know. I didn't cut my bag small enough or whatever. It is taking them a second to come out. Okay, and then now I'm gonna go down around here and do this one. Now it's time to go into the pink. Hopefully that didn't mess me up by doing it too soon. And I wonder how the edge of this mold is gonna make a difference because it's totally different than the last one. That's the thing, you never know what you're gonna get. I guess resin's like a box of chocolates in that way. Just like Forrest Gump would say. So you can fast forward if you don't want to watch me make all these dots going around here. I think I'm going to have to wind up my bag here. I'm losing my tension. There we go. Whoops. That was a little load of dots there. Oh, that was my stomach growling right now. It's almost dinner time. Of course, the dogs get fed before the people do. In the morning and at night, because the dogs will usually wake me up between 5 and 6 to have their breakfast. It's getting to be so many dots in here, it's hard for me to see where I've been and what I've already done. So I don't think it really matters though. They end up having more and more and more. Okay, now I am going to, see, I mixed my glitter up already. I'm gonna add a little bit of this to the center. I'm gonna put my glitter in the middle. And I did mix it with some clear resin just to make sure that it would come in one little go and not get all over the place. Good thing about this one, because the piece of glitter are bigger, they sink to the bottom and they don't really float, which is nice. Okay, all right, so now I'm gonna do this again. Whoops, that ended up being a line. Trying to have it come out rather quickly just because I want it to, because there's so many dots, if I did it as slowly as I normally do, it would take a year to do. But there's a fine line between going too fast and pouring big streaks of it. Oh, I gotta tighten this up again. I am going through most of my resin here. Most of my white, I mean. Whoops. Just made a little streak. I am just not getting it right now. I'm just kind of making random dots. Some of them are streaks. And I think I'm about done. Just putting a couple more along the outside. Come on. Anywhere where it looks like there's a space, which is not anywhere because there are no spaces. And I think that's it. I'm done. All right. Well, I'm going to torch this and then I'm going to leave it alone, and I will come back when it's time to unmold, which can either be later tonight or it'll be first thing in the morning. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you in a bit. All right, welcome back. It's time to see what we got. It's right before my bedtime. I couldn't wait. I'm like, I can't wait till morning. I need to go see. All right. Oh, it's still hot. Here we go. Are you ready? One. Before I do that, how can I say how pretty this is? How the yellow sneaks out and kind of blends in. I just think it's gorgeous. It looks pretty on this side. Let's see what we got. One, two. That came out really pretty. It's definitely different from the last one I did, but I really like it. I like it. It's got, these are really dimensional. And I think it has to do with the different mold that I used. But I don't know. I think it's really pretty. I think it's really pretty. What do you think? What do you think? Let me know. And give me a comment in the comments. And thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.